Welcome to Are We Old? The show featuring two comedians getting nostalgic and tackling life's toughest question. Are we old? Here's your hosts, Mike Fanoia and Charles McBee.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Are We Old? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Hey. I didn't know if you were going crowd or if you were going horn, air horn. That's not the air horn I was thinking of.
The tugboat.
I am one of your hosts, Charles McBee, along with my other amazing host, Mike Fanoia.
Hi, everybody.
Nice to know ya. What's going on? Hey.
That's cute.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Make sure you check us out. We got shows, charlesmcbee.com.
punchup.live/Mike Fanoia for dates.
All that good stuff. Hit us up. Are we old? Gmail on all the socials. We read your stuff. We really do. And we have a phone number, 478-420-0690.
Charles remembered the number.
No, Charles didn't. What's going on, bud?
We're deep into summertime.
Summertime fine.
Summertime and the living's easy.
Yeah, man.
You know who that was?
I should know.
Summertime.
You singing it again won't make me
Don't you love when people do that? You know that song.
You know it.
Summertime. I think the original is Billie Holiday.
Okay.
But Sublime.
Oh, no, I don't know. I'm not as familiar with Sublime.
I don't like them much.
Oh.
But I know the song.
Well.
Summertime. I could hit, that's my register, Charles.
That's your, all right, well.
Summertime.
there, you just tapped into something else right there. I don't know who that was.
Billie Holiday, I was right.
Oh, Billie Holiday. The great Billie Holiday.
Nobody but myself, and that's nobody's business but my own. That's a great quote. Billie Holiday's the shit.
Yeah, she was a gangster too.
Yeah. Cooked briquettes, drank sleeping pills. Okay, well, it is, we're deep into summer. We've gotten chicken pox. We've gotten poison ivy. We've gotten mosquito bites.
The whole thing.
We're getting to the fourth day of the 7th month of the year in the, calendar that we subscribe to.
Uh-huh. Many Americans would consider this Independence Day
the day
of sorts.
we gained our, when they went when
we told the queen, was it the queen the king at the time?
Hey, take that tea.
Yeah.
Go shove it.
Shove it.
This is when the ink dried on the Declaration.
Yeah.
I think, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to
1776. Say.
Yeah, 7476. Huh?
Huh?
Maybe, is that my ATM password? I don't know. Am I that American? If you're a real American, your ATM password, 7476, baby.
More people are like, isn't it a Broadway show? What's
4th of July. Big deal to you growing up?
Absolutely. Big growing up. Oh yeah.
Fireworks.
Oh yeah. 4th of July growing up was fireworks, barbecue. And I was always a big fireworks kid. Like I just love fireworks.
Hot take. Love fireworks.
Love fireworks.
Can it be a hot take when it's the take everybody takes?
I don't think so.
But it's about the hot time of the year?
That might, maybe. Different meaning on hot take.
So like cold take, Christmas is awesome.
Christmas is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to melt the snow.
Mm-hmm.
So make it cold.
Well, there you go.
Barbecue. You got your plate. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They go, soup's on. What do you feel? Show me your plate. My eyes are closed and I'm picturing a McBee barbecue plate. Walk me through.
First of all, we're pre-gaming with hot dogs.
Pre-gaming with hot dogs.
You pre-game with that because those are ready first.
Yeah, because it's just you can eat them raw.
Well, I'm not that pre-game, but but they're just ready first. So I'm already shoving my face with hot dogs out the gate.
Can I ask you a question about this hot dog?
Yeah.
The McBee family hot dog.
Yeah.
Is it split down the middle?
No.
Is it cut at the ends?
No.
So you're just throwing
Wiener.
full wiener
on the grill. And my dad, shout out to Pops.
Pops.
But he used to char them things like a mofo.
A nice burnt dog.
Oh, burnt to the crisp dog. I'm not as big of a fan of the burnt to the crisp dog, but just growing, if we're talking straight nostalgia, if I'm just going back to when I didn't have a say in the matter.
Yeah, just burnt dogs.
Just burnt dogs, but I ate them bad boys. They were good, but
they snap when you bite them.
Yeah,
they had
a
skin.
Yeah, I mean like black and red, just like black and burgundy.
I would Pops, keep burning those dogs.
Yeah,
dude.
they were
I'm a fan
good.
of a burnt dog.
But yeah, you pregame with those, and then you work your way to the barbecue chicken, some potato salad, some baked beans.
Ooh.
Did
you ever eat that weird slimy piece of pork in the beans?
Oh, like the bacon, like the little bacon.
Do you know how like in a can of beans there would be that like weird slimy sludgy cube? Do you understand? Do you remember that?
I think so. Yeah.
It was like, I think it was pork fat.
Yeah.
I never ate that.
I mean, I did. It wasn't like a go-to, but once it was on my plate, once it was prepared and on my plate,
you go to town.
It was anything goes.
Were we talking charcoal grill or gas grill?
Charcoal grill.
Weber grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Looks like an old something from the 50s,
yeah.
like a UFO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would your pops let the bricks get white? Did we talk about this?
I'm not sure. Would he let the bricks get white?
Because you're supposed to let the charcoal briquettes turn white because that's the heat that it won't
Yeah. I do remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you would.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
I just want to, I'm the Department of Health here.
All right. Well, you can go back in time.
You
just pull up to my dad's crib and just be like, actually,
hey,
we're going to give you a citation for 30 years ago.
Okay, so you're pre-gaming with hot dogs. What's on this hot dog? Sauerkraut and mustard?
I'm not I wasn't a sauerkraut guy until I got to New York. I didn't even know about a sauerkraut.
You're kidding.
A sour or kraut.
Wow.
Until I got to New York City.
Very interesting.
It was, for me, I'm not an raw onions guy, but it was ketchup, mustard, relish. Love me some relish.
Relish out of the jar.
Out of the jar.
Okay.
Out of the jar specifically because I'm not a fan of the squeezy relish.
Now that's...
We didn't have that growing up.
Yeah.
And I don't want it now.
Hot take. Keep some shit out of squeeze jars.
Keep it out of the squeeze jar.
I don't like peanut butter in a squeeze jar. I don't like relish in a squeeze jar.
I'm with you there.
If they ever put sauerkraut in a squeeze jar, I'd squeeze it in the eyes of the guy who invented it.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't want it.
Okay, I'm just, and I don't mean to be interrupting. I'm just trying
to paint the
I
picture.
want to see this plate.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Ketchup, mustard, relish. Is the bun toasted?
Back then, no.
Now, yes.
Now, sure.
Of course.
But back then, no. There's raw bun in it.
Yep. Did you ever just wet a bun and it just turned into literally a ball of...
The way you are for a dirty AirPod, I am for wet bread. I don't want it anywhere near me. Now...
That's hard during the...
I know. Sure, some of the condiments are going to suck. That's fine. Dip a little bread in a little bit of...
Like when some bean water...
Yeah, it's fine. In moderation. But like a soggy bread, get it away.
Hate soggy bread.
Get it away.
Hate soggy bread.
Yeah.
I like a nice toasted bun. I like a split dog down the middle.
Okay.
So you cut it and open it and lay that on the grill.
Yeah.
So right?
Yeah.
Fill that bitch with mustard.
Okay.
Top it with sauerkraut.
I like it.
That's my dog.
I like your style.
2. I'll do 2.
Yeah.
2 dogs like that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, that's great.
Beans. We would do pasta salad and macaroni salad. So macaroni salad was the kind with the mayonnaise and the tuna.
I got something. You go ahead, but I got something. I'm now mad, but go ahead. You just unlock something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mayonnaise, tuna. Olive slices, some paprika for looks.
Nice.
And then the pasta salad was your tri-colored pasta with tomatoes, slices of pepperoni, slices of cheddar, and olives, a little bit of onion, and olive oil and vinegar salt and pep.
Oh, nice.
So that was our plate. And then, of course, your beans.
Yeah.
And
then you got the chips and the this
chips
and the that.
Dips and stuffed breads and stuff like that. What did I unlock? You seem to get very...
You mentioned macaroni salad. First of all, macaroni salad. Well, now I've tasted macaroni salads different types, and I'm for a very specific macaroni salad. The tangy macaroni salad.
Tangy.
You're
a Miracle Whip girl.
I am a Miracle Whip girl.
So,
but there's a proper macaroni salad that I grew up with that I love. Okay. And it's usually, if you think macaroni salad, usually at any fast food joint or any whatever that has it, it's usually that. That's why. The reason I say that is because I grew up back when KFC used to have macaroni salad.
Get out of town.
And that's where I first loved. I used to eat macaroni salad by itself.
You just go get
it was just so good.
It back.
KFC. So we would have, whenever Pops was like, hey, I'm getting KFC, I'm bringing in the blah, blah, blah. Cool. You already know what time it is. Give me that macaroni salad and mashed potatoes and gravy and baked beans because KFC had baked beans.
I did not.
That's why I'm going back. That's why I'm getting pissed off.
Because now.
No macaroni salad and no baked beans.
Pieces of shit.
Back then, you had a choice. Your sides were for KFC, mashed potatoes and gravy, baked beans, macaroni salad, coleslaw, cornbread, and maybe they had the mac and cheese back then. Maybe. Now, no baked beans, no macaroni salad. So now I'm left with coleslaw, which coleslaw is not a side. It's like a
accoutrement.
It's just something that, it happens to be there's nothing about this that I think I'm going to get full off of coleslaw.
No, God, that's a soup kitchen.
Are you kidding me? What are we doing?
Yes.
So now I'm left with...
What'd you have for lunch? I had coleslaw.
Oh,
my God, are you okay?
Were you going through something?
Do you
What's
need a
going
place
on?
to live?
Do we got to start a GoFundMe? Oh, my God. So now... You go to, and I'm not big on KFC now, but there was a time where early Charles in comedy, starving Charles, that was getting all types of whatever meal deals there were.
Yeah.
And there was a KFC, I was in Astoria, and there was a KFC on Steinway, and I would go there every other day. And I remember when they took away the baked beans. So now I'm left with macaroni and cheese, which I don't do offhand fast food mac and cheese.
No, if you were raised on homemade mac and cheese, this like it's in a goblet that like witches stirred. Gross. Blasphemy is right.
So we don't even count. That's not even on. I see that on the menu.
Sacrilege even.
So now but they're like, well, we brought in the potato wedges. How about Fangul you and your potato wedges? I'm already getting the mash and gravy.
Dude, Italian Charles might be my favorite character.
I don't need.
I just had PTSD. Like, is he gonna break out a wooden spoon and beat the shit out of me right now?
Up your nose with a rubber hose
Hey,
with the battalion with the potato. I don't want two potatoes.
No, one potato, two potatoes.
One potato, two potatoes. So now I'm left with just. I still got my mash and gravy, but there's nothing else.
That's BS, dude. Do they even offer like a green bean casserole of some?
They might have a green bean, but I don't trust. I'm not gonna fool myself with getting vegetables
at
from
a Steinway
KFC.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's probably just shredded newspaper spray painted green. I will tell you, one of the first panic attacks I ever had as a kid was eating KFC because I ate the driest piece of cornbread ever, and I couldn't find a drink. And I was like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I really thought, I'm going to die of dry mouth.
Yeah.
And I went, and just spit it all out. And I've always been scared of KFC since.
Those KFC biscuits or something
But I'm going to tell you, I'm very sorry that mac and cheese thing happened to you.
Yeah.
And it clearly has upset you.
It's very upset. I'm going to write a strong letter.
Have you ever thought to make your own?
Macaroni salad?
Yeah.
No.
Well, okay.
No. I could.
The way to Charles's heart, ladies that are watching.
Just make a mean macaroni salad.
Make him a nice macaroni salad.
You
like Miracle Whip?
Yeah.
You like tuna in it?
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever. I don't even know what goes in it. You just make it so that it tastes like it's supposed to taste. Yeah, like a KFC.
I love it. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I derailed our barbecue talk.
No,
but
you
that-
didn't.
that,
No, you didn't. You didn't derail
I was
anything.
triggered.
Because yes, that's what this is. It's dovetailing and it's nostalgia.
Yeah.
Now, would you go watch the town's fireworks,
Of course.
or would you have an uncle that would find fireworks that wink, wink, Charles fell off the truck?
I'm a big fan of why not do both.
Yeah.
So as a kid, we would go. Our fireworks were downtown on the river.
Ooh.
And so everybody.
Riverfront fireworks are like watching 2 fireworks shows at once because of the reflection.
There we go. Yeah, and our water was so polluted that you couldn't see.
River caught on fire.
Yeah, river caught on fire. Yeah, there you go. Well, that
That's
was
right.
Cleveland, but yeah,
Yeah.
it actually happened. The real fireworks. Yeah, no, we would go downtown and watch the things, and fireworks for me as a kid, they were just. It was magic. It was literally magic. I was like, this is.
Dude, you sit on the grass and everyone gathers around.
Yeah.
And we're all just looking in the same
Looking
direction.
in the sky.
And all
Yeah.
of a sudden, like a light show happens.
Yeah.
From like a thing in the water.
Thing in the water
What are those
somewhere.
guys doing down
What's
there?
going on? And you just see it.
You know what I loved?
Yeah.
The cloud afterwards that was still in the shape of
Yeah,
the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would go tss,
Yeah.
and then the cloud would just kind of like disperse.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite part.
That's great.
I loved fireworks. I loved doing fireworks with my friends because my uncle would get some fireworks and then he'd go like there'd be some leftover whatever.
Yeah.
And we would grab them and go in the street and
Yeah.
like just light a random bag on fire and just throw it in the street, and whichever way it went,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
We were very careless and reckless
Mhm.
with fireworks.
A couple missing fingers here and there.
I'll tell you the one of the reasons why I'm probably not bright these days. When I was a young man, I was running with a sparkler, lit sparkler, running, and I tripped on a root in my uncle's yard, and I jammed a lit sparkler directly up my nostril, and it went. Tss, it went out. My nose water put it out.
Yeah.
Hurt like a bitch. Haven't really been that smart since. I think I might have poked my brain with a.
Maybe.
But I put a lit sparkler up my nose running. Yeah.
Man.
So I went home screaming.
Of course.
And my mom's like, "What are you running with a sparkler for, you dope?"
Mm-hmm.
So that
That's
was
back
the
when
last
moms
time.
could say that.
Yeah, you dope.
Yeah.
She went, "Afangul. What are you, a
What are
potato
you?
wedge?
What are you?
What are you, a fucking potato wedge?
What's the matter? What is this, KFC?
Huh?
With your potato wedges.
What are you putting, a kebab in your face?" So, fireworks were amazing, and we had like the city of New Haven had beautiful waterfront fireworks.
Yeah.
And every town kind of had their, you know, our town didn't have fireworks, but there were so many great ones near us that like we would take turns and go to like the, you know, the Hamden light fireworks, the West Haven fireworks, the Fort Hale fireworks, like all these different places. And man, it was like so cool because you'd like see girls from other towns.
Yeah, of course.
It's summertime, little shorts, and you know everybody's all like dressed to the nines for like, you know, it's like little kid like dating.
Yep. You were out. Everybody was out. And where we were, I mean, I just remember it being super packed because it's not a lot that goes on, you know, as far as like growing up in Toledo. Like this was like one of those communal things that everybody was going to. And it was safe back then. It wasn't like bullshit going on. It wasn't like crime and all that kind of stuff. So like everybody was just out. And then, yeah, we would go back to the neighborhood. And everybody would just be out in the streets, just hoping that someone's roof didn't get set on fire. But
did you have a dog?
No.
Okay.
And I wasn't aware of dog firework
fear
until like I was way older.
Can you imagine being a dog when fireworks are going off?
Oh, I feel bad for dogs.
My 100-pound Mastiff, Stella. Rest in peace. We miss you, girl. She would back herself into the closet.
Yeah.
So like you'd see her terrified eyes just looking out at the like shaking, like what the fuck's going on with the world?
Yeah.
And then like we'd calm her down, and then some idiot would shoot off like an M80, and she's like, "It's happening again!"
It's happening
and she'd, like,
again.
Freak out.
Yeah.
Felt so bad for her.
Poor dogs out there. I do as an adult. I feel bad for the doggies out there, but
4th of July was always special for me and still is because it's my grandmama's birthday. 4th of July, baby.
Nice.
So we would always celebrate her birthday as well. So it was a reason for everybody to get together, and there would be a killer summertime cake. Now, summertime cake wasn't really like a winter dessert in my life. It's cake and cupcakes was more summertime.
Summertime, okay.
Because, wintertime, you got like pies and you got Christmas cookies and shit like that, apple stuff.
Right.
This was, I'm talking Duncan Hines, out of the box.
That's interesting.
Frosted cakes, sprinkles.
Okay.
Candles, stuff like that. Of course, for a birthday, we would do a cake, blah, blah. But fall and winter were more like thought out desserts.
Okay.
4th of July, Memorial Day, all that. It was brownies and cake and cupcakes with sprinkles.
Okay.
And it was the best. And it had a nice U.S. flag on it made out of that sugar gel. And the sprinkles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you guys do a lot of desserts at the McBee barbecue?
I'm trying to think. Obviously, ice cream was on deck. See, for me, I always associated summer with pies because it's like the pie in the windowsill.
Wow, you really just had an Americana,
everything. And mind you,
we didn't even have a windowsill, Charles.
But here's the thing. I'm not basing this necessarily off of my childhood. I was just a kid that sat in front of a television for hours on time and absorbed
Christmas Story basically is.
So that a lot of my nostalgia also comes from just someone else's script that I watched as a child.
Some guy in LA smoking cigarettes in a dark room and
exactly.
We didn't have pies in the summer. We're not a thing, but definitely in the fall. Pumpkin pie, apple pie, whatever, all those. But summer was cake and brownies. Nice. And I just remember a tub of various sodas. There was the soda tub, the beer tub, and then the water cooler for those nerds.
Right.
But there was grape soda, cherry soda, orange soda. The Stop and Shop sold the...
What was your regional brand soda?
Well, Stop and Shop, they had their own thing, but we would also do Royal Crown Cola. It was the shit cola.
Yeah.
That was they sponsored the Mets forever, RC Cola. Yeah. It was gross. But yeah, we mainly did the grocery store, Stop and Shop had their soda brand where you could buy a 36 pack for $4. Dude.
Yeah.
And it was just bubbles and sugar.
Ours was Faygo, baby.
No way.
Oh.
That's the Insane Clown Posse shit.
Well, they're Detroit, so it's Midwest.
You drank Faygo as a kid?
Faygo. If you mention Faygo to anybody, I would say Midwest, but I'm just going to go Michigan, Ohio, just to be safe. I mean, you talk about nostalgia. We drank Faygo. It might as well came out of the tap. Faygo, orange, red, grape.
Red was just
Red is a flavor.
Purple's a fruit.
Yeah, that's right.
Faygo,
baby.
I never drank it, but I heard it was just for the Insane Clown Posse fans, the Juggalos.
No, I mean, I'm sure
they adopted it.
Yeah, but they were
Detroit.
Detroit.
They have Faygo wars at their concerts. They bring cases of Faygo and they just throw it all over the place.
Oh no, we're not. I mean,
you're drinking
not that crazy, but yeah.
I know,
yeah.
Wow, I've never had one.
Faygo.
I just pictured it non-alcoholic Four Loko. But now I'm gonna think about it different.
I mean, if you're I don't drink. We call it pop where we're from, but I'm not a soda pop drinker anymore. But growing up when I was drinking that stuff, Faygo, baby. Oh my God, I might even drink one now if I'm just back home and I'm just I'm in a F-it mood, a nice orange Faygo.
You know what would always be on the jukebox or the boombox around this time of the
What's
year?
That?
Will Smith.
Oh, of course.
School's out and it's sort of a buzz.
That's right.
But back then I didn't
really know what it was.
Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Honking at the honey in front of you
with the light eyes.
She turned around to see what you beeping at.
It's something, a natural aphrodisiac.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Put your car on cruise and lay back because it's the summertime.
Summer. I remember when he premiered this. He premiered it after an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Hot take. Best summertime song of all time.
You know what? I'm not mad at it, and I'll just go ahead and piggyback. Yeah.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
I love that song
There's
so much.
There's no better, and it's a reimagination, if you will, or a sample off of Summertime Madness.
Right.
So its whole purpose,
Full circle.
Full circle, because Summertime Madness is also another classic summertime banger.
And you know what else, too, is it covers both sides of the spectrum because it also talks about the old heads reminiscing about the days growing up and the first person you kissed.
That's right.
And as I think back, makes me, wow, now it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
But that song is easily in our lifetime the most quintessential summertime.
I mean, it's
jam.
to the point where you feel weird listening to it in the winter.
Oh, you can't.
You're just like,
If it came on Christmas, I'd
like,
just lay down and be like,
what is
this
going on here? Yeah, it's
silly.
Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas," but for summer.
You're right. You're totally right.
It's like, oh, summer's here. Yeah.
What other ones fall in that, like, bronze, silver medal for you with summertime songs?
Summertime songs. So things that like remind me of summer. Well, we talked about it a little bit off camera, or no, maybe it was in an episode. Ice Cube's "Today Was a Good Day."
That's a summertime song for you?
I think so. He's rolling around, and maybe because it's LA, so it's always nice out. But it
summertime.
just makes me. He's talking about playing basketball. He's talking about meeting up with the friends at the court. He's talking about meeting up with a chick that he's been trying to bang since the 5th grade or 12th grade, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, to me, it makes me feel like rolling around and with the windows down and just taking in a nice summer day.
You're right. A lot of West Coast rap does sound like summertime music.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like "Let Me Ride."
Let Me Ride, yeah.
That's a big one. I was thinking, you ever heard the song "Steal My Sunshine"?
Steal My Sunshine.
That to me is very summertime.
That is it. Wow.
I was running in the darkness.
Yeah.
This is how we sing.
Yeah.
I know it's up for me when you steal my sunshine.
Yeah, there's literally sunshine. It's in the song.
Yeah.
There's some though songs that you can tell again with the Chris Rock clothes on backwards. They made this for summer. It was like they were in
gonna be a summertime.
This
song.
in the studio. We're gonna make this for summer and blah blah blah.
Totally, dude. Totally.
But yeah, all the Sugar Ray, like
yeah, totally, dude. And you know
like,
what else too? I kind of think about because you're right. I think about Sheryl Crow. All I want to do is have some fun.
Yeah,
that's got nothing to do with summer. But I remember waking up Monday morning, first Monday of school vacation. And I'm like, I got nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Throw on MTV, throw on VH1.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, the songs had a different, "Life is a Highway."
Yeah.
Life is a highway. That's a summer song. No one's singing that when the highway's closed because of ice. Life is a highway.
When they're plowing the road.
That's amazing. Imagine plowing to "Life is a Highway." What a fucking coked up That's hilarious. Yeah, that's a summer song.
Yep.
I won't drive it all night long.
long.
The original, not this friggin'
No,
cover.
of course not.
Enough of this with you kids and
Get
the
outta
fucking
here.
cover songs. Write your own shit.
I could do. I mean, there's a couple Aerosmith songs. I mean, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, a lot of songs. Coolio.
Cool, Fantastic Voyage.
Fantastic Voyage,
That's
baby.
a summer song.
Summer banger.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
What were your summer bangers? What were your barbecues like? What was childhood 4th of July like at your home, listener? areweoldpodcast@gmail.com and our phone number 478-420-0690. You know, we've had a lot of awesome replies on the socials.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things I'd like to do during this episode is go back to a couple of these. We put out a reel that was a clip from one of our old episodes about the stories that we were told as kids because I said so.
Right.
And these like whatever you want to call them. What would you call them? Folk tales, old wives' tales. Parents would tell, don't chew gum or else it's going to stick in your, if you swallow your gum, it's going to stay in your stomach for 7 years. We asked you guys, what were some of the ones that you were brought up with? And a lot of people wrote back ones that really hit some nostalgia bone.
Nice.
Let's go through them.
Nice. I don't have my glasses. You're going to have to read some of these.
What about not swimming for an hour after you eat? Remember this one?
I actually still believe that one.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I mean, because you get cramps, right?
Is that true?
I would think so.
You gotta digest your food.
Yeah, you can't like work out. You shouldn't like work out right after you eat. I would imagine you.
I do remember that one, and I remember testing it.
Yeah.
And I remember going like, I'll be all right. I threw up.
Yeah. Nerds everywhere.
Nerds everywhere. Mom McDaniel writes, my mother always said, if you sit on cold concrete, you'll get hemorrhoids.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember this at all.
I've never heard that one.
Well, so I spent my childhood sitting on my hands when I sat on any shady sidewalk. Not that I knew what a hemorrhoid was. I just didn't want one.
You know what? That's one of those words. When you hear it, you don't have to know what it is. You know it ain't good.
Hemorrhoid is not a tickle.
It's a great, whatever Dr. Hemorrhoid,
Dr.
whoever
Hemorrhoid.
Whoever coined that, they picked a perfect word to describe that.
That is really the craziest thing ever.
That's
If
wild.
you sit on wet concrete, you get hemorrhoids. I wonder if there's any truth to that.
It's illegal to drive the car with the lights on. I did. That one's one. Yeah,
yes,
I heard
with
that
the
one.
light on inside.
With the light
I
on
remember
inside,
parents
yeah.
going, don't turn the light off.
Yeah,
We're
if
going to
it's
get pulled over.
Yeah, if it's nighttime and you got to glow it.
Oh
I just never
my.
want anybody to see into my car. But yeah, I heard
never
that
even
one.
thought about that. But I don't remember anybody getting pulled over for having the light on inside. But yeah, that's wow. Yeah, we talked about don't shower
during a thunderstorm.
I do remember this one. I remember my folks going, it's starting to lightning, so if you're going to shower, go do it quick.
I never heard that
And
one.
it's like, why? And they go, and again, idiots. They go, water attracts lightning, so you could get a thunderstorm in our house.
Yeah. See what happens when you don't have Google?
You know what I-
I talk about it on stage a little bit. I miss having to take people's word for it every now and then. But this is the type of thing
That's the
that
type of
happens
thing.
when you have to take people's word for
Yep.
it.
Quicksand.
Oh, everybody was afraid of quicksand back
in
in
the
the day.
woods over there, and it's gonna get you. Liz Dean, 1-3. Yes. Oh my God.
Quicksand, that came from like all the movies and stories and childhood.
Quicksand.
Quicksand. You thought that was gonna be the death of you. It was quicksand. Everything was quicksand.
And
as
once
a
it
kid.
got you, you just stop fighting.
Yeah.
You just slowly sink into
just
it.
like,
and you go
well,
like,
this is
tell
where-
everybody I love you.
this
got-
is
you-
it.
You can have my bike.
Listen, I'm not going to trigger everybody, but never-ending story. Enough said.
Oh man, quicksand.
Enough said. All right.
Yep. When I was young, we were eating dinner during a storm. The lightning did in fact come through the phone. It was a loud crack and sparks flew from the phone. Pretty sure we all owed our pants.
Wait. So you're saying Robin B. Little. This actually happened.
They're eating dinner, lightning hit, and the lightning shot out of their phone.
Shot out of their phone. I think you just had a shitty phone.
Yeah, I don't know where you
can't
live.
get your phones from Radio Shack back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. Were you living under power lines?
Yeah, what was going on here?
That is insane. And God bless. Glad you're all alive.
Yeah.
I hope you washed your pants.
Razor blades and the Halloween candy. We all had that one. Yeah.
That's just, no one ever found razor blades in their Halloween candy.
Those
And
those things spread like wildfire.
they would literally have you got to go home and with your mom and dad, break open these fun-sized Butterfingers and pull out the razor blades that the people you live next to,
yeah.
the people whose paper you deliver.
But they were always like, somebody put one in an apple. I'm like, well, who's eating apples at
I'm throwing them
Halloween?
at the house. They got that's you know what? They're getting razor blades on their front porch.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Well, see, we read these.
This is good.
All Gen Xers were in fear of randomly being kidnapped at any time.
Well,
yeah.
I say this on stage. Our responsibility. It was our responsibility not to get kidnapped back then.
Stay away from vans.
Yeah, vans. Stay
That's
away
it.
from the van and the candy.
That's it. If anybody pulled over with a van and said get in,
No.
you just didn't.
No, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, this whole
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
yeah. Well, if you swallowed a seed, it will grow in your stomach. We did that one. Yeah. She accidentally swallowed a prune pit. Who's eating prunes? And I sobbed for 30 minutes, scared a tree was going to spout out of my mouth. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, but something's gonna spout out of maybe the opposite end.
Yeah, prunes make you poop. Send us your thoughts, guys. areweoldpodcast@gmail.com. We love you so much. Thank you. Stay young. I said it. You didn't go for it.
That's all right.
Yeah, but now it's not the way it's been.
Stay young, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, I could sleep.